Hello, everyone. Welcome to some time off that we didn't ask for. I'm just hoping all the kids feel comfortable and know that the adults of this world, the important politicians and the school principals and teachers and educators everywhere, from the state to our entire country's educational professionals, and they're all taking care of us, and we're doing the right thing. We're gonna have a little time off. In the meantime, Mr. Holloway gets to get back to his techno world, which I used to be pretty good with, having the website, and I just love to dabble with things high tech. And so I invite you and your families and your caregivers to watch some of my readings. I'm going to be putting out some stories that I'm going to ask you to take notes of, maybe we'll talk about character traits and settings and plots, some of these kind of more fun things about stories that we've been doing in Benchmark. I'm going to have a lot of suggestions on websites that are really super cool over and above what's in the portal. Of course, even in the portal, you have a lot of choices. You got Benchmark. We have some social studies readings you can do and listen to books on California Indians, California's history. Pick up where we left off. You'll be able to go to Benchmark and choose all kinds of stories. Off of our Thomas Edison website, there's something called Book Flicks, all one word, F-L-I-X, Book Flicks. You can go there and get all kinds of reading choices without having to go to the library or the bookstore. There is Benchmark lessons I've assigned. They should be out there real soon. It takes about 24 hours, 48 hours for them to go. So you'll see my 5, what's it called? They're the math lessons. I forget the name of this. You can go through Google and see them already assigned. You don't really even need to know the name of the program. But you can go there and go to my Google Classroom. And that's what I'm really stressing right now, is that this is going to be the platform or the portal for you guys, a portal that is through San Juan's portal. You can go to Google Classroom and find Mr. Holloway's review assignments. There's going to be very little new for you that we haven't already covered throughout the year. So mainly this is going to give us 3 or 4 weeks of able to review, have some fun projects, activities that we never would have got to otherwise. So we're going to try to take the silver linings of this being cooped up in our houses and having a couple weeks of a lot of family time, which is another silver lining, and be able to do some of these fun projects and see some of the projects Mr. Holloway does right here around his house. And I'll get to that in a little moment as well. So let's review some of the websites you have on the San Juan portal. And everyone should know their username and password. If you don't, I can get access to that for you. I'm also having a Remind app sent out via the phone, so we can communicate perhaps a little more in real time, easier for students, caregivers, and or the students to send me these Remind apps via the phone. We know we always have our phones in our hands a lot, and then we can communicate that way. So again, the San Juan portal things that are accessible for students are the Benchmark, of course, and the stories there, and a couple of signed lessons that you'll have from me. Brain Pop is a really cool one. It's more of a kind of a game show thing, and having all kinds of curriculums, social studies, reading, math that are real fun. I previewed that for you. Coding.org is always available. Kids love that. Typing.net or .com through the portal is available. Kids A to Z is all about reading. So is Scholastic Book Flicks, which I mentioned. That one you have to access directly through the Thomas Edison website. So you need to go to Thomas Edison Elementary School. You can find that through Google. Go to our website. You'll see it on the bottom right column, a link to Scholastic Book Flicks. So there's all kinds of grade appropriate books for you to choose that are really cool. Some of this you can read, some of them are audible, and I hope you take advantage of that as well. There is iReady Reading and Math. There's Prodigy for Math, which you guys love. There is Studies Weekly. Again, that's the social studies site through our portal that I want you to visit. We're leaving off on chapter 10. I gave you guys chapter 11 and 12 for just extra reading. The fun stuff they have in the back of that for crosswords and things. So you read this like 3-page newspaper style social studies periodical, and they can have you do fun stuff on the back, filling charts and doing the crosswords. Okay. In Google Classroom, so that covers, there's one more called, there's a couple more. Scholasticcom. I noticed that today. They sent me a link. It's not through the portal, but it's a real safe website that families can be assured is okay. And that has really good reading as well, scholastic.com. That's grade level appropriate. And your reading level, according to your text level, which most of our kids will know. And you can surf around and find what's comfortable and fun and exciting. Maybe read 4th and 5th grade stuff if it's out there for you, okay? All right. A couple other sites my wife and my daughter gave me. One was called SkypeAscientist.com. So it's Skype, like the internet platform that allows people to speak one-on-one with each other. It's SKYPE scientist.com. Okay, there you can go and communicate with scientists directly, which is super cool. You get on a list and somehow they contact you and you talk to scientists about a particular area that you wish to talk about. And maybe you can talk about a garden, maybe you can talk about life cycles, and maybe you can talk to a bee expert. I know one of our students is really interested in the universe. Astronomers are available. Check it out, SkypeAscientist.com. And the other one was given to me was StorylineOnline.net. StorylineOnline.net. And it's just spelled exactly like it sounds. One more time, StorylineOnline.net. And you can talk to celebrities, apparently, who will read you stories. Maybe people more interested in Mr. Holloway's stories, but it's out there for you, okay? So I gave you a lot of choices. There's one more that's important that our principal wanted us to talk about, and that's a casp.net. I believe it's .net. It might be .gov or .edu. CASP, it's C-A-A-S-P-P. Again, C-A-A-S-P-P. That will allow you to go and practice for the big test that we still may have next month. It's sort of on the fence right now about what they're going to do with that. It's a statewide test. I've alerted many adults already, caregivers, that it's the first time that your child is going to be taking a statewide test. And we, us educators, want them prepared. Our administration, our superintendent of San Juan Unified, and Mr. Holloway want you prepared for this test. And the only way to, because it's kind of funky, you have split screens and some different kinds of surfing around, toggling, if you will, on the website. But basically, you can do math and reading and do the practice test versus via casp.net, I believe it is. I'm going to find that out for you. I'm going to give links to all these things on the Google Classroom. So please look there. There's going to be a lot of information for you. And just kind of drop down on the stream tab up top. And then there'll also be classwork available. Okay? So I know I gave you some work via worksheets. I've given you a book report to do. It's a very lightweight book report where you can tell your parents you took a book home, you took your math books home, so keep those. Do not lose your math book. We need those back. So we will talk about if you want any assistance or help doing chapter 10.1 to chapter 10.5. These are all segments that we've done within chapter 10, so nothing's new there. But it'll be a good refresher for your fractions enhancement. And mainly all of these kind of things I've been mentioning for the last 10 minutes are enrichment activities and review, which is what has been dictated to us from the school district and state officials. So we can keep this as a fun learning experience over the next couple weeks. Okay, so I hope you'll join me every day, Monday through Friday. Please check Mr. Holloway's classroom, Google Classroom, and enjoy your time. This isn't going to be too bad. We're gonna do fun stuff. I'm gonna make some brownies and put that video up on my YouTube channel. I didn't say that yet. I'm gonna have a YouTube channel, so that'll be available again via the classroom. I'll try to create a link there. I'm gonna be making brownies. I'm gonna be putting up my read-alongs out of my rocking chair, old Mr. Holloway's rocking chair. I'm gonna be talking about. I'll be showing you how we're doing a wood project right now. I'm making tables out of ancient sequoia and redwood. I've already done some sanding. I'm going to show you how I sand it, how I varnish it, and then I actually even have to, on my sequoia round, the tabletop, I have to do some wood fill, and I'm going to let you in on some of these kind of projects that I hope you can do someday. Maybe you'll find of interest. And finally, some vegetable gardening, either at the school or here. So let's take a quick walk and show you. I went and bought a lot of plants recently. So you'll see these right here. That's a lot of tomatoes. You've seen this before. That's some romaine lettuce. And that is going in my garden over yonder. So there's my kayak. Yep, that's my fishing kayak. There's a rudder. I wish I could show you a video of that. No, heck, maybe I can. There's Buddy Boy. He's been on the boat before. And then over there's my garden, my vegetable garden. This is my landscaping that Mr. Holloway did himself. I got drip lines to the plants out there. It's pretty cool. There's old Buddy. It's his whole world right here. There's my dry creek bed. And that's my kayak, and this is my spider juniper, which is just wickedly cool as it grows like a spider. Its web. There's my ancient Japanese maple. That's so pretty when it's not wet. It's gonna really grow and blossom. That's a king-size plant right there. My hot tub and my backyard. There's a plum tree. I have some trumpet vines that grow, and there's a pretty little tree, this flower. There's my kids' playhouse when they were young. And you notice I got a big board there by the fence because Buddy digs under. And we got my little garden here. This is my Kylie and Emily's pretty little garden with the arbor where they used to come out and read. And a beautiful tree sprouting up here. And then let's take it in, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do with our wood project around the side of the house. That's my newly repaired fence. I got that done. That's cool. Because Buddy was digging under there too. Whoops, somebody closed the door on me. Bummer. Anyway, okay. I'll show you the wood project later. Hey, please keep visiting our site every Monday through Friday, every day. And yeah, it's going to be fun, guys. Enjoy the break. Everything's going to be fine. I know I'm going to take advantage of this time. Mr. Holloway's going to rest a little bit. And boy, my lighting's bad. Sorry. Okay, take care. Talk to you soon.